guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Alluring, and in relation to my previous video, as I promised, today I'm going to discuss how much does a US RN really make. So I'll be giving you 4 things to remember when wondering how much does an RN in the United States really make. Alright guys, number 1 on the list is it depends on the state. As we know, United States has 50 states, and according to the latest survey, the state that gives the highest salary to registered nurses is the state of California, with an average of $102,700 US. But this is just an average, okay? This is without the taxes, the deductions, and all that. But we also have to keep in mind that in California, the cost of living is higher compared to the other states in the US. And sadly, at the bottom of the list is Mississippi. According to the survey, in Mississippi, they only pay $57,700 as an average salary for nurses. So anyway, in my own personal experience, I am here in Texas, and Texas, according to the survey, is number 17 among the 50 states. Number 2 on the list that we have to remember depends on what type of nurse are you. So I'm gonna give you different types of nurses here in the US, which number 1 is the so-called CNA, which is the Certified Nursing Assistant. From the word itself, Certified Nursing Assistant, they are not licensed to give medications, to do assessment. They just assist the registered nurses. Number 2 is the licensed vocational nurse. And as far as I know, hospitals don't hire licensed vocational nurses anymore. They usually work at a nursing home. Number 3 is registered nurses like me. Number 4 is nurse practitioner. Nurse practitioner are advanced practice registered nurses, and their salary is higher. They can actually prescribe medications just like doctors in the Philippines. Number 5 on the list is CRNA. This is which is so-called Certified Registered Nurse Anesthesiologist. They are the highest paid registered nurses because they study, I think, 3 more years even after the BSN degree, and it's really hard to get into CRNA. And they also have a very challenging job, so they are the highest paid registered nurses. Number 3 on the list is the years of experience. Are you an experienced nurse or are you a fresh graduate nurse? So anyway, here in the US, there is this so-called nurse residency. First, let's discuss about an inexperienced registered nurse. They can actually apply to this so-called nurse residency program. As far as I know, the nurse residency program varies per hospital. And it's like a residency program wherein they would work at a hospital for a year, but they are paid. I did not undergo that program, but just to give you an idea, these are inexperienced nurses and they are a nurse resident for a year. Their salary ranges from $20 to $25. This is in Texas because I'm in the state of Texas. And of course, like for example, if you have years of experience, then you know the rate will vary as well. Your starting salary will vary, depends on your years of experience. For my own experience, I got hired in a hospital when I moved here. It was so hard for me to get a job. I tried to submit applications to different hospitals, big hospitals, but sadly they declined my application because I was a foreign educated nurse. And you know, when I applied for the nurse residency, they said, but you're not a fresh graduate. So I was like, okay, then how can I get a job, you know? So but for my own personal experience, I attended a job fair and luckily I got hired. And my first hospital experience here was actually at an RN IMC. Next on the list is, are you going to work at a hospital or are you gonna be hired at a nursing home? Because if you're a nurse at a nursing home, your rate is different from a nurse in a hospital. So just to give you an idea, a registered nurse at a nursing home gets paid between $24 to $27. So anyway, for a registered nurse, the starting salary, based on my experience when I got hired here, and I have a hospital experience in the Philippines, my salary offer on my very first job was between $27 to $30 per hour. But like I said, this is my own personal experience and I'm not going to give you the exact salary, but that is just the range, just to give you an idea. Also, to give you a comparison, I was a registered nurse in the Philippines before. This is a big hospital in Manila. My salary per day was between 700 to 850 pesos a day. Okay, so just to give you an idea to compare the salary in the Philippines and salary here in the United States. So anyway, points to remember before I end my video. Just to give you an insight, you know, when you're applying to become a registered nurse here in the US, if you are applying as a registered nurse in a nursing home, the ratio of nurse is between 1 to 15 patients or 20 patients. So for my own hospital experience, I've been to 4 different areas so far. So I was a registered nurse in the ICU. Our patients there are between 1 to 3 patients. When you say 1 to 3 patients, you will have an acute patient and you know, like a step down IMU patients. That's why you'll get 3. But if you have a very acute patient, then they will give you like 1-to-1 or 1:2. It depends on the ratio. No, it depends on the staffing and it depends on the acuity of the patients as well. And if you are in a surgical ward, the ratio of nurse-patient ratio is 1 nurse is to 6 patients. And if you are in an IMU, which is a step-down ICU, patients here are mostly on drips and they're just for observation before they get transferred to the floor. The nurse-patient ratio is 1:4. I also work at an observation unit. When you say observation units, it's a fast-paced environment. It's like an outpatient department, but not quite. Patients would stay there maybe 1 to 2 days. The nurse-patient ratio is 1:6 as well. Moving on, I will also tell you what are the benefits that you can get if you work here as a registered nurse. These are just a few examples. There's more. But just to give you an idea, I'll be telling you some of the benefits if you work here in the US. You'll get a 401k, which is the retirement plans. You'll get a very good health insurance, which is a very important thing here. When you live in the US, you need to have a very good health insurance. And then, of course, we get overtime pay. We also have this so-called holiday pay. We also have this so-called PTO or paid time off. And we also have some tuition reimbursement. So that is just an example of some of the benefits that you can get if you work here. So anyway, that's it, guys. If you have any questions, if you have any clarifications, comment down below. The next video that I'll be uploading is how much is the cost of living. And of course, you know, I just want to reiterate that what I am giving you is based on my experiences. I'm sure other people have their own experiences and it will vary which state you are living in. So before I say goodbye, I'd like to say thank you to all my new subscribers. I think I have 800 subscribers, so please do help me to reach up to 1,000 subscribers. And I'll see you guys again soon. Bye!